Hey everybody, this is Nick from Android Headlines. Today we're going to be looking at the OnePlus One versus the OnePlus Two. Specifically, we're going to be looking at the 4K video recording on both cameras. Now, a lot of flagship devices have 4K recording. Some do it better than others. The OnePlus One had some weird software glitches, particularly when it comes to 4K recording. So we'll have to take a look and see if the OnePlus Two faces the same issues, or if OnePlus is able to work those out in their brand new Oxygen OS 2.0 that powers the phone. So the OnePlus Two is powered by a brand new exclusive OmniVision 13 megapixel sensor. Now this sensor is special because it uses 1.3 micron sized pixels. Now that's 0.2 microns larger than your average 13 megapixel sensor. Now keep in mind when you're looking at these samples, the OnePlus 2 software is not final. There are still some pretty obvious bugs. You'll notice that in particular with the focusing on some of these videos. The OnePlus 2 has laser autofocus. It doesn't seem like it's 100% implemented though, because there are time periods, and you'll see especially in the third video, when that laser autofocus doesn't seem to work exactly right. So without further ado, let's jump into the first video. Alright, so taking a look at this first comparison video, you probably notice right off the top how much brighter the OnePlus 2 is. Now, it's not necessarily much brighter in every single circumstance, and in fact, sometimes it looks almost a little bit washed out. But particularly in the spots when it gets back to the open bay doors where there's a lot of light coming in and a lot of dark areas in front, you'll be able to tell that the OnePlus 2 definitely has a wider dynamic range. Now, checking out the snapshot here, you can see much more easily just how much more detail the OnePlus 2 sees in this shot because it's got that wider dynamic range. This means that you're not seeing that super bright and super dark area. So you see where the OnePlus One is a little bit washed out in the back, and even in the foreground it's still a little too dark. The OnePlus 2 is a lot more balanced. You can see everything in the background, and you can pretty much see everything in the foreground too. So they did a really great job here with the balance of the light. Now for the second video. In this video, it's a lot harder to tell the differences between the OnePlus One and the OnePlus Two. They're both 13 megapixel sensors, so even at 4K, you're not necessarily looking at a whole lot of difference in detail, particularly because it's the same resolution, essentially. They're both 4K. What you might notice in the snapshot is the slight color differences and the slight differences in the lens. In general, it seems like the OnePlus One is a little more washed out than the OnePlus Two. It looks like OnePlus was able to get the light metering much better on the OnePlus 2, so you have a lot better contrast. The colors in general seem like they're more accurate. They pop a little bit more. Everything's not as washed out. Even though the detail is about the same, that the color difference and the contrast difference really is a big deal here. Alright, now it's time for the third video, which is going to be more of a close-up video. So in this video I wanted to take a look at how the cameras handle close-up shots. So before we looked at wide sweeping landscape type of shots, but in this one it's obvious that the OnePlus Two's laser autofocus is having a bit of difficulty with the very low contrast with all the white boxes and all the white tables and a lot of light in this area. So it's obvious that OnePlus has a little bit to work on in terms of the software, and hopefully they're able to pull this out before the phone actually debuts. Alright, I hope you enjoyed those 3 videos. I'll let you form your own opinion. I think in general, the OnePlus Two is probably a fair improvement over the first one, but it's nothing significant, at least not yet. We'll have to see what OnePlus does with the software, but until the final version of the software is out, we're not going to be able to tell for sure a winner. However, this is a pretty good preliminary look at the progress OnePlus has made, and we're definitely looking forward to seeing what further progress they might make in the future. Till next time, see you later.